The Galactic Republic. This organisation attempted to establish democracy across the galaxy until it was betrayed from within and converted into the Galactic Empire. But was the Republic all that good to begin with? These are my top 5 reasons of why the Republic was actually responsible for the Clone Wars. At number 1 we have unfair taxation. Like many governments that grow exponentially, like the Republic did, with the majority of the galaxy now having a seat in the Senate, the Republic began to need more and more wealth to sustain itself, and like all governments, they did this through taxes. However, the Republic got greedy. Firstly, they taxed every member more or less the same amount. This means that a wealthy core world, rich in valuable resources such as ore, would be paying the same amount as a backwater agricultural system in the Outer Rim. Now, needless to say, this doesn't add up, and this caused a lot of friction in the Senate between those who could afford the taxes and those who couldn't but paid them anyway. However, taxes didn't only target the poorer systems. The Republic also managed to exacerbate their relationship with wealthy organisations such as the Trade Federation by increasingly demanding more and more of their revenue, for example taxing free trade zones. By doing this, it made the Republic very wealthy, however it made many of its members displeased with their treatment, which essentially led to the Clone Wars. At number 2 we have the use of sanctions and embargoes. Having no standing army meant the Republic had to respond to threats without military action, and they did this in the form of strangling unruly systems' wealth. The Republic would slap sanctions, embargoes and new taxes on systems that refused to follow the Senate's wishes. With the Republic throwing its economic weight around, no system will be able to resist its will for long. Now, some may think that this is better than using armed forces to force a system's hand, but not exactly. Granted, military force is expensive, has a higher initial mortality rate, and is far worse for publicity, but after the initial conflict the world can be rebuilt, but without wealth there's nothing to rebuild with. By cutting off a system's trade and taking its wealth, the Republic essentially leaves that system to die, and the mortality rate can definitely outweigh that of a war, with famines and diseases going untreated due to a lack of resources. Embargoes and sanctions can definitely be far more lethal, proving that in some cases the pen is in fact mightier than the sword. At number 3 we have that the Republic made corruption easy. In order to cozy up to the big companies, the Republic gave many of them seats in the Senate. Now, needless to say, these big corporations were bound to make a bid for power and would definitely attempt to use their wealth to obtain it. For this reason, money played a huge part in the Republic, with many senators taking bribes and promises from these wealthy corporations in return for swaying votes, etc. And can you really blame many of these systems for accepting the bribes? As well as this, it only escalated the lead up to the Clone Wars. When the wealthy corporations didn't get their way, did the Republic expect them to just accept it? These are, after all, businessmen, not politicians, and will do anything to maintain maximum profits, so when offered key roles in a new government which would allow them to set laws and make limitless wealth, are you surprised that they jumped at the opportunity?
Begin landing our troops.
My lord, is that legal?
I will make it legal.
At 4 we have their over-reliance on the Jedi. So, the Republic had relied on the Jedi for centuries to act as peacekeepers and negotiators, all without any oversight from the Senate. Now, say what you like about the Jedi, but having a group of lethal warriors travelling around the galaxy on your behalf is going to create problems. For example, the Clone Army was contracted by a Jedi who acted alone on the Republic's behalf without any input, spending an immeasurable amount of wealth without it ever reaching the Senate. And Count Dooku, the leader of the Republic's nemesis, the CIS, was a fallen Jedi, so Jedi clearly create problems. And finally at 5 we have warmongering. For some reason, many senators openly accepted the idea of a war. Most likely through fear, they decided it was better to attack the Separatists than let them attack the Republic. As well as this, many species would have warrior cultures that would incline them to respond in this manner. For this reason, they happily gave the Chancellor emergency powers, and were more than happy to vote for the founding of an army. Ultimately, it was fear-mongering that led to the Republic being taken down the path it was by its sinister leader. But these are just my top 5 personal reasons why I believe the Republic was largely responsible for the Clone Wars. Please put your opinion below, as I would really want to know what you think. Do you believe that the Republic was responsible for the Clone Wars, and if so, why? If not, why not? Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe for more of this sort of content, because I really do enjoy making it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.